What's up everyone, it's Bones here. In today's video, I'll be covering the final archetype that will be receiving support in the Magical Maven set coming out on November 4th or 5th. But before I begin, if you happen to enjoy content like this, clicking on those thumbs up and subscribe buttons would be greatly appreciated, as it goes a long way in supporting the channel and shows me that you like content like this. I also hope that everyone watching had a happy Halloween. So to begin, the first of two new cards that we got here is Witchcrafter Confusion, and it's a fusion spell card which reads, fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials, including at least one Witchcrafter monster. During your end phase, if you control a Witchcrafter monster, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use one Witchcrafter Confusion effect per turn, and only once that turn, which is important to note. So in this video, I'll be doing just one combo, and I'll be explaining my logic as I go, and then cover up the rest in the deck profile. So to begin, you're going to see that I'm going to start by activating Instant Fusion, and as you can tell, I am going to be on the tier limits cards, and there's multiple reasons for this. So as you see, we're going to add the Merly, and having the access to the mill 8 that we get through Kick Kalos and Merly here replaces what the deck had in Chaos Ruler before. With cards like Reasoning at 1, Grass Band, Monster Gate at 1, the deck doesn't have many ways to get cards into the graveyard consistently to take advantage of the Witchcrafter graveyard effects, as well as having the ability to get extra Witchcrafter spells back to your hand or to your field. Of course, you don't always have to add Merly, and you can add Solic depending on the situation, or even Rhino Heart, but because I want to show everything you can do, I'm going to go the mill 8 route, as I'm now going to use the Kick Kalos effect to special summon the Merly, and now we'll mill 8 as we'll get a bunch of Witchcrafter cards along with some tiers to the graveyard. As you see, we hit a Scream, a Haveness, and we're going to use both effects, as the Haveness is Chainlink 2 and the Scream is Chainlink 1. So we'll get the Lulukaros and the Solic to our hand, and now we can continue through our plays as we have an answer to Nibiru with the Lulukaros. So we're going to start by summoning the Fire Witchcrafter, and then we can use its effect, pitching away the creation in order to special summon the Madame Vare, and from here we can use the Holiday in order to special summon a Witchcrafter back from our graveyard. So we'll do just that, and from here we can use the effect of the Genny in order to copy a spell effect, and we want to reborn another Witchcrafter here so that we can use the effect of Confusion in order to go into our new Witchcrafter fusion monster. Witchcrafter Vice Master reads that it takes one Witchcrafter plus one Spellcaster monster. When a non-fusion Spellcaster monster's effect or a spell card or effect is activated quick effect, you can activate one of these effects. Destroy one card on the field, special summon one level 6 or lower Witchcrafter monster from your hand or deck, add one Witchcrafter spell trap from your graveyard to your hand, and you can only use each effect of Witchcrafter Vice Master once per turn. With the ability to activate multiple effects per turn, even if it is a hard once per turn, it makes it a very powerful monster to get off, as you'll see momentarily. So we're now going to use the effect of the Fire in order to trigger the Vice Master, and the Vice Master as Chainlink 2 will allow us to get another body on board with a Witchcrafter that's under level 6. So from here we'll get the send of a Witchcrafter spell, and you can just send your Buy Street in order to get it back onto your field during the end phase. And from here we can link away the revived Genny along with the Merly to go into our Sprite Elf to make a Lulukaros and the Madame Vare unable to be targeted. You can also summon your Vare elsewhere and choose to have your Vice Master be what your opponent can't target. You just have to summon the Vare to a different zone and then put the Vice Master where Vare is. So from here we're going to set the Solic, and because we have no cards in hand, we can now use the pottery in order to add a spell card back to our hand, and then we can also trigger the Vice Master in order to get another spell back to our hand. And then from here, you can just go to the end phase and get your other Witchcrafter effects to give you more advantage. During your opponent's turn, you can also summon back the Merly with Sprite Elf in order to get you a mill 3, which can potentially hit a tier name for a potential fusion. So onto the deck profile, and I believe this is a somewhat standard Witchcrafter count where you have the 1 Aruru, the 1 Madame Vare, the 2 Hain, the 3 Fire ones, the 3 Genny, the 1 Pittery, the 1 Pottery, the 3 Sharon, the 3 Havness, the 1 Rhino Heart, and the 1 Merly. I don't think that you need to play more than this. As you can see, I'm not even playing the field spell. I'm just using it as a sub-engine to help support the Witchcrafter cards as you kind of want to mill. As stated earlier, and pitching your Witchcrafter monsters isn't bad. You also have the 3 Gammas and the drivers. As you see, we also play Lambda, which helps. You have the 3 Witchcrafter Creation, the 3 Witchcrafter Holiday, the 2 Witchcrafter Confusion, the 1 Draping, the 1 Bystreet, the 1 Scroll, the Suliak, the Scream. You can play more if you want, but I wanted to keep it to 40. And as you can see, I have the 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Reasoning, which with the tier cards you don't have to play, but it's still important that I show this as an option. And then there's the Called by the Grave to round out the main deck. Onto the extra deck, you'll see we have Access Code, Nightmare Unicorn, IP Masquerena, the Sprite Elf, and the Sprind. As you can see, Merly and the Pottery are both level 2. Being able to search the Merly off of Kikalos and then make Sprind with any other extra body to send the Pottery can come up, as well as just special summoning a Pottery off of another Witchcrafter, whether it be the Fusion or by pitching a spell card with one of these, and then tributing them to bring out the Pottery, and then send your Merly if you have to fuse that way. Then there's the 1 Lambda for your Gamma package, the Almirage, and I play this over Linkuriboh because you only have 3 level 1s, but you have 5 monsters here, excluding Merly, that are under 1000 attack that you can normal summon. The 1 Redoer and the 1 Abyss Dweller, the 2 Witchcrafter Vice Master, the 1 Dragos Depelia, the 1 Kikalos, the 1 Lulukaros, and the 1 Kaleido Heart to round out the deck profile. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. It's Bones, signing out.